I had a random thought late last night that I grew up in an era where the running back was the most important position on the football team. That you had to have your Jim Brown or somebody of that ilk. And I didn't know if there was a time when all of a sudden quarterback became the most important position and kind of took the baton from the running back. Was there a line of demarcation in your memory?
What's up, man? It's good to see you. You brought back some hazy memories when you were talking about the old holiday parties. I I went to one back in the day, and that was quite the spectacle. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. I think that really it happened in the 80s, and I really think that look, this was a lot of Bill Walsh's genius, and that's that he, you know, partially through desperation when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals, but he developed an entire offense that was based on the pass first as a substitute for the run. And really, he revolutionized football all the way down to Pop Warner. And as I get into in the book, it's interesting to see Steve Young when he was sort of taking over for Joe Montana. He had this moment where he was playing really, really well and winning MVPs, but he wasn't Joe. And Mike Shanahan had come along, and he spent 2 days with every quarterback. And Montana was still with the Niners, but he was injured. And after spending time with Joe Montana, he called Joe back and he was like, Joe, you look at the West Coast offense different than anybody. Like, I need to understand how you think about this. And Joe was like, yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't notice that. And as it turns out, Joe was this incredible practitioner and radical simplifier. And he didn't run the West Coast offense the way that Bill Walsh drew it up. He basically narrowed it down to one receiver. And then if that guy wasn't there, he looked for the outlet. And if that guy wasn't there, he was throwing it away. Whereas Steve was running it the way that Bill Walsh drew it up. And because of that, he was taking some unnecessary contact. So the year after Joe Montana was traded to the Chiefs, Mike Shanahan called Steve Young back in and was like, all right, we're changing the way the offense runs. We're not doing it by the playbook again.